Let's move on to main topic number 3. And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Tony Stank, who writes, "Hey John, something that everyone is aware of in movies is the prequel curse. Movies like Star Wars prequels, The Hobbit, and Fantastic Beasts have failed to satisfy fans the way they were satisfied by what came before it. Considering that it's a prequel, do you think we should be worried about Black Widow not being as good as we want it to be since it's a prequel? Thanks, and keep doing what you're doing." All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. And seriously, Rob, honestly, you would be surprised how many times I've been sent a similar question to this one regarding Black Widow. Because, now look, I am on record. I don't like the notion of prequels. Doesn't mean there aren't prequel movies that are done well and that I don't enjoy. Of course there are some, but in general, I don't like storytelling going backwards. I like storytelling moving forward. So when you're looking at something like a Black Widow, yeah, now look, we already know what happened to Black Widow and all that kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. But you're talking about an MCU that has already delved in prequels. For example, Captain America: The First Avenger is, by definition, a prequel. in many ways, it is a prequel. Ant-Man and the Wasp was technically a prequel since it took place before the events of the previous film in the MCU that came out prior to it. So technically speaking. For me, Rob, here's the big differential between this is a prequel and what a standard prequel is. This movie, other than Scarlett Johansson, is all characters we've never seen before. We don't know what happens to any of them. We know what happens to ScarJo. ScarJo ain't dying. Spoiler alert, Black Widow doesn't die at the end of this movie. Spoiler alert. We know what eventually happens to her. However, unlike that one character, we really don't know what the outcome is going to be for any of the other individuals inhabiting this story. None of them. So on that basis alone, when you combine the fact that it really doesn't, we don't know how anything else in this story is going to work out, combined with the fact that the MCU's already delved a little bit into prequel stuff, I actually don't think this is going to be a problem for them right now, Rob. Anyway, how do you see it?
Well, I think you're right when you point out that we don't know. The thing about prequels is they're usually to successful movies where we've seen a full story, whether it's a series of movies, but a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the character's journey was designed to be told in that story, but it becomes successful, so they want to keep it going, so we get a prequel. But in the case of Black Widow, we always saw her in the context of other characters. She never had a story that was her own. She was introduced in Iron Man 2, and then she was part of an ensemble. So we've never actually seen a story about her. What happened to her? Where did she come from? What's her deal? We haven't seen that before. So while this is a prequel, it's not, we don't, and we know that she eventually dies, we've never seen a story that focused on her before. And I think that's the real difference, is that now we're going to see a Black Widow story that is completely unknown to us. And we're going to see a journey that she's going to go on that we have no idea what that necessarily is. And I think it's going to be like seeing a whole new movie. Now, she's died in a different arena, of course, but we've never seen Black Widow take a journey on her own that has a beginning, a middle, and an end that leaves her in a place that we later meet her in Iron Man 2 as a member, an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm very curious. I think it's different from our normal run-of-the-mill sequel, and for that reason, I'm still excited about it. I don't even consider it a prequel. I just think of it as a story that will illuminate the character that we've already come to know and love.
Now, I don't think this takes place after the events of Iron Man 2 and 3, though, does it not?
I don't know.
I'm not wondering. I think they've said, but I can't remember. But I don't think it's that early.
Too, but who knows? I'm not really sure. I thought we delved deeper into her past, like it covers multiple time periods.
Yeah, they've done that a couple times. I'll be honest with you. I'm not excited for this film. I've always said there's a lot of movies you can do in the MCU, and while I love the Hawkeye character and I love the Black Widow character, and I love the role they play in the films, I've never been interested in a standalone movie about either of them. And now we're getting a Hawkeye series, and we're getting a Black Widow movie. So I don't know. And they showed us a bunch of footage at D23. I'll be honest, I wasn't all that excited by what I saw, but who knows? Who knows? It might be spectacular. We'll have to wait and find out. Question is, guys, do you think there's going to be any kind of a prequel curse when it comes to Black Widow? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.